And we are live. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. And you will recognize these two sweet Nubian beauties in front of me right now. Yes, we have.
Fine.
Thank you. We have EQ and we have Sonia, and we are back again to answer personal questions. As many of you guys will know who follow my channel, I'm trying to, basically, I want Wednesdays to be the opportunity where, people can get personal questions answered. Of course, we'll do as many as we can. But I also understand as well, many people aren't always able to afford professional consultations, or maybe they just have a little question that they want answering. So we'll do that. So we'll have a little bit of chit chat beforehand. What I will mention is that many people often ask in the chat, and they will say, look, why don't you have moderators, etc., and stuff like that? And I'll explain again for those that are interested. There is a funny quirk with my account. I am not able to add them for some reason. Yeah. So my whole thing is this: as you know, it's water off a duck's back. Anyone that says, oh, you're a witch, you're a this, you're a that, blah blah blah, I don't care. I'm just like, whatever. So you either just ignore them or I just block them in the chat. But I've just got this quirk here. But ladies, how have you been since we last collaborated, which was just over a month ago? So if you could just let us know what's happened since then.
Sure. Go ahead, EQ. I was going to say, no, go for it. Like, who could throw each other under the bus first? Well, we've done a lot of other collabs recently after that point, and really great other readers, and had so much fun. And I know I have another video that I loaded on my channel, Wisdom of the Blue Lotus. I've got a new video up, so guys, go check that out. It's the pick a card readings. And Sonia, I'm going to kick it off to you to give him a little bit more. Yeah, well, the exciting news is that we've reached 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for everyone who has subscribed. We appreciate the support. So yes, that's exciting. And like EQ said, we've just been doing a lot of collabs over on my channel, Sonia Rain Lee, as well. I've been doing collabs. I actually have one right after this.
Wow.
Wellness Wednesday. So I have Medium Kim coming on. We're going to talk about energy healing. So yeah, a lot of good things coming down the line.
Perfect. That's excellent. Well, congratulations for reaching that milestone. And for anyone watching who may think, well, 1,000, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Some channels have millions. Let me tell you, it is very, very difficult to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So honestly, it really is, and I genuinely mean that. So well done. But you ladies, you're providing great content and great service to people, and people can see that now for themselves. So it's only natural that they should want to subscribe. In terms of my news, well, everyone knows my news. So a few weeks ago, my father passed away, as many of you will know. Actually, maybe you won't. Maybe the two of you don't know that. Actually, I've kind of kept it under my hat a little bit. So that's happened. And of course, the Queen herself has also passed away. And of course, there are many people who have lost lots of loved ones. And this is an ongoing thing, as we know. But it is very surreal. And we're having this very quite intense, transformational, kind of collective spiritual, I don't know how to say it. It's like the nations come together. Energetically, the nations come together, and it's like the spirituality has gone up, and it is a very fascinating time in the UK. After this show, I'm actually gonna go and queue up and see the Queen lying in state. I'm gonna go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how many hours it's going to take. So for my consultations that are in the early afternoon, I will let them know if I'm running behind, because they said that the queues could take hours. But I am going to go and pay my respects and stuff, because this is, obviously you guys are watching us, but in Britain, this is of epic proportions. Like, this is super historic. She is the last. The Queen she is the last unicorn. We may not have another Queen in the UK easily for 100 years. Easily. will all be gone, because the next, obviously, we have King Charles. After him, and if King Charles lives as long as his mother did, like 96, that's another 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Then after that, you will have King William, or whatever name he takes. If he lives as long as his father or as his grandmother, that could be another 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Then the next in line for that is Prince George, and he will be in his 60s by that point. And if he lives as long as his predecessors, that's another 40 years on top. And the next in line would be Charlotte, and that's if George has no children. If George has children and he has a son is born first, that's another king. So you could be looking at literally 100, 120 years, 140 years easily. So, it's a big deal, and she was a great statesperson. Any road. Anything to add to that, ladies, as I rummage through and look for some questions? Leave your questions, guys, if you have any personal questions. Any thoughts on that? What's the coverage like in the States?
I mean, yeah, it's all over, but it's just so interesting, just all over the world, just seeing transformation and shifts taking place. And it's, we're all kind of sitting there waiting to see what's going to be next, what's going to happen next. It's a lot going on. So it's intense. The energies are intense. Yeah.
Oh, look, you've just said that. Look, here in the comment, CC Berlin, Ola from Ecuador. Happy evening to all. I have a question, if I may. Erdogan recently threatened Greece with invasion. Do you see this happening? Wow.
What?
Exactly.
Really? Greece? Ecuador?
Oh my God. Remember Pluto, yeah? Remember I've been going on and on about Pluto, haven't I? Power struggles, the dark side of government, all of this stuff. So how about we just start with this political question, and then guys, put your personal questions in the chat and we'll answer as many as we can, because that's a cracker. I didn't even know about that.
No. Yeah. I hadn't heard that either.
Okay, so
it feels kind of, to me, just when you were reading that, I feel like it's more bolstering. I don't feel like any physical real action's going to take place. It's just Erdogan is trying to exhort his power.
Yeah, it feels like a lot like mine's bigger than yours.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Exactly. Yeah, but we'll throw cards on it.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And for anyone that doesn't know, President Erdogan is the Turkish president. I think it's president or prime minister, but he's
prime minister.
Oh, okay, prime minister. And they're also having terrible inflation at the moment. If you think our inflation in the West is bad, theirs is like ridiculous. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's well above 50%. I know that much. Or something of that magnitude in Turkey. Erdogan, what's going on with him? Gosh. And you know what was remarkable? Oh, what's that? Have you noticed? Have you seen something?
No, I'm sorry. I just pulled my first card and I just started to laugh because it says ego about Erdogan. Ego. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ego.
Oh my God.
Ego.
Oh, this is interesting. All right, who would like to go first, Sonia or EQ?
Sonia, you want to go first? I'm going to pull some more.
I got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is about tradition, business empire. So this is all about the business empire here. But whatever was said, I have the 3 of Pentacles. I think it's all they're going to come together, talk it out, I feel. And then I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like it's, I don't think anything is going to, they're actually going to invade.
Right. Yeah, maybe it's bluster. EQ, what do you have?
So what I got was going with that ego card that, yes, you guys can see, I'm sorry about my lighting. Yes, this is the man. And I've got money. This is the money card. It's like, it talks about money, big money. So I'm not sure if it's maybe what they were arguing about is maybe a trade deal or something like that. Who knows? But it does cause a little bit of heartache, a little bit of stress. but then things change for the better. So I don't see anything coming of it.
Mhm.
Very interesting. And I've seen a question that's coming as well, and we'll look at that soon. But just to respond, so the first card I get, here we are, the Hierophant. Yeah, so it's all about government. So look, yeah, you could be like, this is also as well Erdogan seeing himself as the figurehead of the government, quite literally. He's very proud of this role. He's also been kind of one of the brokers between Europe and Russia and stuff like that. So this is him also as well seeing himself as what? As a supreme authority. He's very conservative and also very traditional, and has been kind of rolling back certain kind of like freedoms and laws in Turkey that he doesn't approve of. So again, when you're talking about ego, even though that this can represent the government, because we're talking about Erdogan, I think this is him saying, I am the government, I am the authority, yeah, on everything. And if we look here, look what comes next. Another major arcana, we've got the Chariot. So he wants to impose himself. He wants to rush forward with things, making these threats against Greece. By the way, Greece is an archipelago of thousands of islands, by the way. So, you know, which part of Greece is he going to invade? One of the tiny, tiny little islands of Helios, Acropolis, or something like that? Do you know what I mean? Unless he means Athens, but I mean, that would be absolutely outrageous. But it's also coming as well in the block position. So this could also mean, yeah, maybe he wants to charge forward, but can it actually happen? Maybe, you know, there are other things that get in the way. Here we are. We've got the cups here, Ace of Cups. So look, emotions are running high. I think he sees oh, thank you, a donation's just come in. I think he sees that his friend, yes, let me just see. Thank you, Patricia, thank you so much for that, very kind of you. I think he sees his friend Putin having a bit of a struggle, yeah, because I don't know if I said it on the show, but in my Putin videos, I said in November, I said the wheels will really come off for Putin. Yeah, November this year. It's starting to happen already. The eclipses are going to fall through his first house. Yeah, there's an eclipse, solar eclipse coming up on the 25th of October. And it's the solar eclipse, and that means leaders. And it's going to be debilitated in Libra, which means it's going to be difficult for leaders. This is happening in Putin's body. At the moment, 18 provinces in Russia have called for his resignation. Wow. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
So you can see it's starting to get a little bit, yeah, it's getting a little bit, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's struggling, yeah. So I think Erdogan is trying to do these threats because if his friend goes down, how long can he stay in power? You see? So here he's made this statement, but look, let's just take this card literally. Yeah, for him, he's thinking, oh, this is a new beginning. Maybe my premiership will be extended. Or is it just plain foolish? Yeah, I think it's just foolish. And particularly as well, I think the dead giveaway is here, the Empress reversed. Now, this card for me always symbolizes Russia. It is. And look, it's upside down. And I was just talking about Putin, yeah? So look, his friend is on the ropes and Erdogan is making noises. But anything else you want to add to that, ladies? Any psychic impressions before we answer the first question?
No, I think I mean, for me, it was like what EQ said. It's just a lot of, I feel like it's hot air. Yeah, a lot of hot air. Yeah.
A lot of blustering. Okay, let's get to the first question then. So this is coming from Elaine Waters. My husband has dementia and is living in a memory care facility. Is the place he's living in the best place for him, or should I look for a different facility? Wow. That's a big question, that one, isn't it? I'll pick that up just so you can think on that. Elaine's husband. Is it the best facility for him to be in?
So, Elaine, what I'm feeling right off the bat is I feel like the facility is good where you have him, but I do feel like there's something that is better that's out there. But I feel like the place that he's at, I don't feel anything really bad. But I do feel like that there is another option, a better option. But that would be for you to see if it aligns, financially, and if it's, if it works out the way of all the different things that you want and like. But I'm hearing that, just to check it out, But I'm going to pull some cards.
Oh my gosh. Oh, gee whiz. You know what? Whenever I do the shows with you ladies, I get the most dramatic.
I love it.
The most dramatic cards. My goodness. Wow. EQ, do you have anything what are your impressions on the question that we've had from Elaine?
Elaine, I feel like the first card that I pulled was the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about opportunities. This also can be a change for the better or for the worse. And then I got the Balance or the Temperance card. So it kind of made me feel like what Sonia was saying. I feel like, yeah, it's fine where he's at, because I got the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like it's the give and take. It's the generosity. It's all of those things. So I feel like, okay, those energies are okay. So then I wanted to pull, but if you decide to go somewhere else, what is that going to look like? So what I got on that one was the Ace of Wands. So there's my new beginning. There's that new action. But then I've got the King of Knights. Okay. So Knights are sometimes about messages. This Knight is the slowest moving. So I kind of feel like it might take you a while to find something that you're really happy with. And unfortunately, the last card I got for that outcome, that's the Five of Swords. I just feel like it's going to cause you a lot of grief. Maybe some confusion, like, okay, now I don't know what to do or where to go. So it's kind of making me feel like having him to stay where he's at might be the better option for you now. So that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm just going to pull one or two other cards just to get a little bit more clarity, and then I'll let you guys go.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, but I'm still looking for questions as well here as well. Got a question.
You remember you can star them, Hogarth?
Say again?
You remember you can star them and then they'll be there for you?
Oh, really? Oh, pardon.
Yes.
Oh,
so if you hover over it, you can
just
click.
Yeah, just click to click.
There you go. Yeah.
Got 12 years.
All right. So I got the Nine of Cups. This was, taking that leap of faith. And I feel like I feel like the place is good here. But there is possibly another option. I have the Seven of Cups right here. And this is this person looking at the different options, looking at it from a different perspective with the Hangman here. But with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like EQ was mentioning, like it's about creating that balance. Is that going to feel too overwhelming looking at all these other possible choices that you can be looking at? But if you do choose to do that with the Seven of Pentacles, I see you kind of planting the seed that it's growing. I did look to see if the other option would be good. I get the Queen of Materials, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like, yeah, it would be a good choice. But with the Four of Emotions here, which is the Four of Cups, you may feel like coming up short. It may feel like, oh, this is too much. And later, again, what he keeps it like, I don't know. Now I don't know what to do. I like this place and I like this place and I'm not sure what to do. With the Knight of Emotions here, Knight of Cups. Again, just kind of taking your time. I do have the Ace of Materials at the base of the deck. You see that there's a key there. And I feel like with the another opportunity, there is something good. But it's really going to be up to you what feels good to you. But I feel into that the place that you're at is fine too.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. And thank you guys for joining us. Just over 200 joining us now, so which is very good for Wednesday. And let's see where those numbers go. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Oh, and thanks Josie also for the super chat.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. So here we are, my cards. Now, as you know, folks, when I'm with so the ladies, like, you seem to get the cards that give the answers, the solutions, and I seem to get the drama. Yeah, yeah, the
That's a
drama.
good combination.
Indeed, indeed. So I've pulled 5 cards, and 4 of them are major arcana. 4. Yeah, and they're whoppers. They're absolute whoppers. So look, this is the first card I get. 10 of Swords, and you're thinking, oh God. Absolutely, yeah. It's one of the most dramatic in the deck. Yeah. But really, also as well, what does the 10 of Swords mean? First of all, it's a 10, so it can mean end of cycles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what this can actually speak about in terms of symbolizing the reading is it's almost as if it's Elaine, isn't it? That was let me just get back to what I think was Elaine, wasn't it? Who was? Let me just highlight. So. I think it was Elaine. Sorry, I always end up them anyway. I've clicked the other ones, but I think it's Elaine. So there is that element of like, have I reached the end of the road with this facility? Yeah, quite literally. Is this good for my partner's health, or is it impacting on my partner's health? Yeah, big questions. When we look here, I've got the star. Yeah, major arcana, the star. Now this is about rejuvenation. Yeah, rejuvenation, getting blessings from heaven and stuff like that, but it's turned up in the obstacle position. So when you combine it with this, you can see the question quite clearly is this institution doing the best for reviving and sustaining my partner? Yeah. Mm. Because that's what she's wanting, is this outcome. This is probably why she's thinking about moving, because Elaine might feel like she doesn't quite feel like you ladies saying it's good, but maybe she feels there is somewhere else that is more conducive to this star energy. Yeah. Look what comes out next. I'll get the death card. Like I did say it was dramatic, didn't I? Dramatic cards. But really, what is the death card is about? It is about the ending of cycles and the starting of new ones. So again, when it ties in with the question, what is going to rejuvenate the partner? This is really like when I focus on the star card. And does it mean a fresh start somewhere else? Yeah. There is an urge to what? Move forward. Look at this. I'm only my second reading in, and the Chariot's back again. Look at that. So there is this sense of urgency, perhaps wanting to move forward in some kind of way, you know, to look for a new place. However, the outcome card is the Hierophant. So look at that. I've got 2 cards that have come back already. So the Hierophant is about what? It's about established authority. It's about rules, regulations, institutions, stuff like that. It can also deal with government and things of that sort. So maybe there is an authority that she needs to consult at the care home, and maybe just have a chat about her partner's care. And if she does have concerns, maybe it might be worth mentioning maybe more to management or something like that. Or does she have to appeal to the government in some kind of way? Does she need maybe a government loan or some kind of official document? Someone in seniority to maybe adjudicate on this decision. That's what I would say there. Anything else you get, ladies?
No, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. I pulled just a few extra cards. These are my emotions. So this shows her emotions of she's irritated with that current facility. And she might not, I got embarrassment. So she might not know how, like what you were saying, Hogarth, to approach them to say, I'm not pleased with, his treatment and what you guys are doing. And she's just tired of it. I just see the exhaustion. She's just tired. And then when I did the other 3, if she goes somewhere else, I got discouragement. There's some fear there. This is being afraid and having to be vulnerable if she goes somewhere else. So I just still felt like what you said to her made so much sense with what we both got. Going back to that original facility, where he's at now, have a chat with them and just let them know how you feel.
Yeah. And that's not easy a lot of times. And we know that being vulnerable, it's not a fun place to go sometimes, but it's about you really stepping into your power, stepping in and finding that confidence within you to really address your concerns. Make sure you write them all out. You know, this I want to know what, you know, if this happens, what happens, you know, whatever it is, just write down everything that you have concerns about. So you don't have to go in there when we have to think about what we have to say. Sometimes it makes the nerves even more. So once you have it all written out, just take a deep breath, relax into it, and ask your questions. So
yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. That's good advice. Definitely have that chat. So what I've got here, I thought this was an interesting one. So this is coming from Julie Guleth.
Julie.
Hey. In my meditation in my space, I saw in the reflection of my polished crystals a shadow figure behind me. I changed positions and it was still there. Was that one of my guides? Ooh, love a mystery like that. That's quite juicy, Julie. Right, let's see. Was that one of Julie's guides? And this is what I love about Wednesdays as well, ladies, is that we just get these different questions that come in. Obviously, everyone's interested in the politics and stuff like that, but I love hearing from people and what's on their mind and in their lives as well, because it's not all about politics, is it?
Yeah. So my first thing, I was feeling that it was possibly a reflection off of something that was in the home, maybe something that you might not have seen. But when I used my pendulum to ask if it was one of your guides, I got a no. So I'm going to pull a few cards just to see. But because like in my space, I have a lot of shadowy type spaces. And sometimes I'm like finding myself jumping, looking like, okay, I was like, oh, okay. Then I figure out what it is. But that's what I was kind of feeling.
And EQ, what are your impressions on that question?
I'm pulling out my pendulum now because my first impression was that it was not a guide. I felt like it was more of a family member or a loved one on the other side. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but my pendulum, when I asked, was it a loved one on the other side, it is going like crazy. And that's my yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I felt like. It wasn't a guide. I just initially felt more of a family member, someone that she has known that has crossed over. And I feel like it has female energy to it. So I feel like maybe a woman. But I feel like they came in celebration. I think because you raising your vibration. So it's kind of like saying hello. So that's what I kind of feel from that.
I still got a no on my pendulum when I asked about a family member. But I'm going to pull a few cards and see. Yeah,
because I've got the Queen of Wands here. And I feel like that's her energy. But I also feel like it was her connecting to someone. Yeah. And then I got the Hierophant.
Wow.
So, and then the celebration of the two women together.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, or shall I read my cards?
Go for it.
All right. So what I get here is, so look, I've got the Hanged Man. And basically this means what? It means seeing things from a different perspective. We can literally put it that way. So quite literally, it seems you really have been seeing things from different perspectives. Because it's like the other realms have come in to have a look. Because of course, when there's tricks of the light and stuff like that, often when you change position, that reflection normally changes. But if it stays, then obviously something else is going on. And when I look here, I would have to say, I think I'm with you, EQ, on this one. I think it may be a loved one that's passed. Because look, I get the 4 of Swords, which of course, can mean a retreat and stuff like that. But sometimes this can literally turn up to say, yes, someone has passed, because you can see it's a cemetery as well. Yeah, quite obvious, that one, isn't it? And the next card I get here is the 6 of Swords, which is about what? Journeys, travels, traveling to smoother waters. But this could also be what? Messages, yeah? If we think of how things used to be back in the day, many messages would travel by boat, backwards and forwards. So it's almost like, to me, the way I look at it, it's like a deceased loved one is wanting to influence your perspective on things by trying to bring you a message. And maybe it is about a message of saying in your life, things will improve, things will get better, because this, of course, is about moving to smoother waters. If you are looking for an improvement or some kind of advancement, here I've got the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands, which means what? Messages. Again, things moving quickly, things moving at pace, information, news. But again, this can also mean messages. So obviously someone from the other side, because look, the outcome card here, major arcana, is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, we understand when we're talking about politics and stuff like that, we know someone's up to some skullduggery. When there's, there's some secrets there in the deep, dark closet that they don't want to come out. But with nice people like yourselves here who are watching us this evening, and will be watching the video likely later on, this can actually speak about a person's spiritual evolution and advancement. So obviously, if you're sitting there with the crystals and stuff like that, you are elevating yourself. And it's almost like either, a relative or someone who's passed is kind of done, hey, I'm here. And you've been a bit like, oh, but really, it was them almost kind of giving you a message. That's how I see it. Anything else to add to that, ladies, before?
Yeah, I have a few cards here. So this is why I don't like to solely rely on my pendulum, because I got a no from my pendulum, but my cards say yes. So I have the Queen of Cups. That for me looks like you during your meditation. I have the 8 of Cups. This is someone who has crossed over to the other side. You can see them walking towards the light. And then I got the Sun card that says yes, that was a family member or someone that has crossed over. And then I also got the Ace of Cups with the wheel, which are also very positive in saying that that was someone trying to communicate with you. So
look at that. Funny that, isn't it?
It definitely was a woman, because I pulled some more cards. I'm getting, here's literally woman. Says it right there. Oh, look, and a coffin right next. Woman,
next to the woman.
Coffin, communicating with you with the letter.
There we go.
And all my cards are women.
Look at that. So it seems like a female relative wanted to get in touch, give you a message as you've been raising your vibration using that High Priestess energy. And it's almost like that relative is saying, well done, keep up the good work. And they've showed up in a crystal. Fast, great stuff. I love synchronicities like that. Oh, my goodness. What we've got here, so this question is coming from Estelle Harrington. So, and this one says, does my brother Richard have a message for me? So we can look at that, and then I will scroll down further as well and see what else I can find. What's this here? I'll just click up some more. The dynamic. People giving their greetings. I'm at present looking for a property to see us. Ooh, and then we'll take one as well from Gillian Toya. So I'll highlight that one. And I'll go back to the, so Estelle, I'll click that up. Does my brother Richard have a message for me? Oh, jumper. Wow, he just leapt out. Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting. So does Richard have a message for his sister?
Estelle, did you and your brother used to either go hiking together or camping or something woods related? Like I'm seeing woods. It feels like I'm being shown like something that you might have experienced together. Just want to make sure I'm connecting with the right person.
Let's see. Shall I scroll down in the comments to see if
Hunting. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's showing me like the woods.
Oh, I've got the shivers. Honestly, you two are proper psychics, you know. This ain't no, they don't make this stuff up. Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and fishing. Okay. Okay.
Wow. So the brother's coming through. All right.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So one of the things that I heard was for her to breathe and have fun and take the time out to make sure that she's having her me time, her fun time. And then I pulled a card, and it was so funny because I got this card, believe in yourself, you can do it. So I just feel like she may be going through, I don't know, maybe some stress right now or something, but I just feel like whatever you're going through right now, he just wants you to kind of breathe through it. It's going to be okay. And to have a little fun, some fun back in your life. Something about smiling and having some fun. So.
Yeah, well, he's helping you. He says, I am here helping you.
Aww.
And that we are so connected. And I wish I had told you more often how much I love you.
Oh,
So,
that
yeah.
is sweet. Oh my God, that is sweet. That is very, very sweet. Wow. Wow. Okay. My card, interesting cards again, but I think I've got the emotions around some of these things here. So straight off, look, major arcana, 2 major arcana so far in this pool. So look, we get the moon. Yeah. So this in many ways can actually really describe, you know, the state of mind, yeah, how she's feeling. Yeah, this is a very emotional card. This can mean, you know, even disturbed sleep and dreams and unease, dis-ease, really, in general. The next card that comes out, 4 of Cups. So again, look, emotions again, not liking the options that are on the table. So it seems like there's something bothering you at this time, enough for your brother to be coming through with these messages of comfort, these very comforting messages. So it's almost like I'm picking up on her psychology here. But look, isn't it funny? You mentioned fun and get the Sun card. Yeah, very positive card. So if we look at the card, yes, it can mean epiphany, clarity, you know, the truth is revealed and stuff like that. But if you look at it in a pure and simple way, it does deal with laughter, energy. You can see the baby is very happy. This can also mean holiday as well. Maybe you need a holiday or to go somewhere sunny and warm. I mean, we're not saying go and spend a fortune in Hawaii, you know, because I know Hawaii is not the cheapest place, but maybe you can take a little trip to Puerto Rico or down to Florida or something like that, where you can just get your feet in some nice warm weather. And maybe you need to get out more and get a bit more sunshine, a bit more exercise, because obviously the brother was coming through talking about the sports that were the outdoors. And of course, you can only get the sun if you're outdoors. So it seems like to me, the brother's saying, look, yes, you may have concerns, you may have worries at the moment. Sorry, the cameras are always backwards with StreamYard. You may have concerns and worries, but one of the best things for you to do would be to get outdoors, because look, she's got sun and moon in the same reading. They're luminaries. Yeah. So if we look here, I think maybe she's been working too hard. Yeah. Look at this. This is the card of work, graft. She could be studying as well and just taking things very seriously, hammering away at some kind of task or something like that, probably in regards to money, of course. Again, we got the King of Pentacles here. Or this could be feeling like they might have to work hard for an employer. This to me, because the King of Pentacles can have a lot to do with business. Yeah. So if you've got business and working hard together, maybe she just feels like she's working so hard at her job. Maybe there's a lot of stress there, which is affecting.
Stell says, I'm on oxygen with issues.
You see, right. So this is why the moon card came up, because this can speak about health and stuff like that. So yes. But here, the sun it, like I said, it can mean the outdoors as well. So there must be this element of try and find fresh air, get some sunshine, time outdoors, to open out the lungs. This would explain as well why you're working so hard as well. And maybe there could be something to do with expenses and cost and stuff like that. So it's almost like your brother's coming through to kind of remind you of the basics, to remind you that it's important to breathe deep, to go out and enjoy the sunshine. And he's also there with you as well as he's come through clearly with the ladies. So I hope that's helpful. Wow.
And Hogarth, I got this at the bottom of the deck. You are never alone.
Beautiful.
So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Blessings
to you.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Let's get another question here where I highlighted. Here we are. Now, this is coming from Gillian Toyer. Was she here last time? I can't remember. Anyway, so I am at present looking for property. I did see one where I like in the area, but the house is old and needs repairs. Should I still bid on it? Ooh. Let's click that one up. I do love a property question, I must say. All right, let's see what we can do for you, Gillian. I'm present looking for property.
So, Jillian, the first thing I heard was that there's more that meets the eye. So I don't know what type of information or EQ can speak more on this because she's a realtor. But if they give you like upfront information, all the details of the house, of what the repairs actually consist of, because I feel like there's actually more than that's there.
Oh. So you're saying it could be a bigger job than she thinks?
I think it could be a bigger job than what's there.
Well, this is kind of a loaded question for me because I have a lot of questions I would ask before I can even give her a really good answer. But one of the things I would want to know is, she said bid on it. So is this an auction home, or is this home meaning there are multiple bidders such as yourself trying to bid on the one property, or is this something that's up on auction? Because that's two separate things. If it's up for auction, you're more likely not to be able to get any answers about the property because they're just trying to get rid of it. But if it's a multiple bid situation, you can ask the realtor or whoever's selling the home. You can ask them, hey, can I get the information about, what do you have that you can give me about the property, about any repairs or things I need to know? You can ask that up front. If
She said multiple bids.
Multiple bids. Okay. Yeah, you could do that. If it's something that you really like, you can bid on it. And even if you bid on it and win the bid, you're not obligated. So because as long as you have, I would say, work with the realtor on something like that, and they can put that into your contract that you want to have a contingency to have time to get an inspector to inspect the property. And then once you inspect it, then you can make your decision if you want to move forward or not. So you are not obligated even if you win the bid.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think an inspector is.
Yeah. Well, that's good. They always get an inspector, period, no matter what.
Wow. Okay, I mean, I find that fascinating because obviously you could hear that was coming from like the voice of experience of someone who actually does work in real estate. It's like I'm like, not that I'm bidding on anything or anything like that, but it's very useful information. Let's see here. Yes. Okay, so someone's talking about when they heard about you guys, Soul Sisters. All right. Well, I'm going to look for more questions, but I will answer with just what I've got here. Sorry, Sonia, you did just do your cards, didn't you?
No, I didn't show my cards yet. I was just going on what I was feeling.
Go ahead. And
so I got the 3 of Swords, and I feel like, this is a card of conflict. There may be something that you possibly may find out that might not sit well with you. I have the Queen of Pentacles too. This is about good business sense. So all that information that EQ just gave you, making sure that you really dot your I's, cross your T's, look at everything, ask all the necessary questions that you want to ask about this, get the inspection. With the World, this is a card of, trying to figure out how this fits in here with the integration, accomplishment, fulfillment. Again, I feel like this is more of you really getting all the necessary information that you need about this house before making a decision here with the Empress, before, you know, you can reap any rewards. But my last card, I have the Ten of Swords. Part of betrayal and pain and something. So I think there's a lot more there than, like I said, when I first started, like there's something there that's not being shared or noted just yet. So really pay attention to that.
Yeah. Looks like yeah. Sorry, I was just got a message there on my phone. This is interesting as well, how the cards have turned up for me as well. Lots of pets. So basically, out of 5 cards that I've picked, they're all pentacles. So here, like, she's bidding, blah blah blah, looking for these different things. So what I get here, I've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, Ten of Swords reversed. But what's the Ten of Swords? Ten of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Good heavens, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Now, when it's the right way up, what is it all about? It's all about legacies, isn't it? It's about families, generations, legacies, all of this kind of stuff. And it's turned out reversed. But what is this really telling me what the reading is about? It's suggesting here that this is about a family legacy, or wanting to establish a legacy, or some kind of more prolonged, sustainable wealth. Do you know what I mean? Because this is a card of inheritance, but it's also something that you can leave for other generations, because look, it's the card that's only got 3 generations of a family on it, but it's come reversed. So it's almost like there is a challenge in this endeavor this person has in terms of trying to establish this kind of legacy. Yes, so she's obviously bidding and then maybe getting outbid, and she's like, what's going on? In terms of when we look at the obstacle card, look, we've got the 9 of Pentacles here. So of course, this card often referred to as the hostess with the mostess. Yeah, this is the lady that is financially independent. She's secure. She doesn't have to worry about anything. She's got a little falcon on her shoulder, and she's got plenty of grapes, and she's got a house. Yeah, in the background. Yeah, with this card, it's literally real estate here, but it has turned up in the obstacle position. So again, when we're thinking about this card, it's almost like she's feeling a bit frustrated because she wants to be financially independent. Maybe she's bidding on this property, hoping to transform it and then maybe flip it and sell it for a profit. That would make sense, wouldn't it, with these cards? You can let us know in the chat if that is the case. I want to use, I always forget people's names. Let me just scroll back up, because what was her name again? It's just gone out of my head. Gillian. Yes, Gillian. Sorry, Gillian. I had to scroll back. However, I think the ladies are right. There is a bit more going on with this property. And what I suspect is that you could end up pouring much more money into this property than you would like. What this says to me is that this property may seem cheap on the surface, but it could end up being very expensive. Yeah, because look, all the cards are pentacles. Yeah, this is talking about what? Big money. Yeah, legacies and investments. She wants to be financially independent, flipping properties and stuff like that. Makes absolute sense. But this one, maybe it's a bit too broken down. There might be too many repairs, or as we would say, sometimes the Caribbean thing is, it might be too dege. Yeah? Dege. It means that there's too much to repair. Yeah, there could be woodworm, there could be this, there could be that. Yeah. If you look here as well, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. And again, so we've got Pentacles here again, but it's one of the slowest moving cards. So it could end up being, the way I interpret that, it could end up being a financial drag. Yeah. could end up being a financial drag. And then the outcome card. Now, many times we would say, oh, look at this, big money, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. But sometimes this card can also represent fool's gold.
Mm.
In the context of these cards, particularly because the poverty card has come up, it could be fool's gold. It could end up being a lot more expensive than you think. Although you want to establish a legacy for yourself and others, and of course be financially independent, of course, who doesn't want that? But when we look at in the context of this slow money, this potential financial loss and perhaps maybe fool's gold, I would say might not be worth it.
Yeah, I got the exact same thing. If she decides to go forward, this is the Fool. So if she decides to go forward and take that leap, this is the end result. 5 of Cups. This is all about despair, regret. And I've seen a lot of people say money pit. And that's what I'm feeling too. Yeah. You're going to regret it if you go forward with it.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? Aren't the ladies fabulous and how we get that correlation? But that's what shows up, isn't it? We just read the card and read the energy. It's a money pit. So on this one, maybe universe is saying no to you for a reason. That Knight of Pentacles, slowing the money down, being outbid. Maybe universe is saying, you know what, leave it. Yeah, it may not. I think it's a money pit.
9 of Pentacles at the base of my deck.
See, there you are. Messages coming through loud and clear. All right, let me find the next highlight thing. Thanks for that tip, ladies, about the blue star. I'm running. Here we are. Now look, this is an interesting one. And let me know if you two know about this institution, but this is an absolute cold read. Oh, and look at the base of the deck in answer to the last question.
Wow.
Don't do it. Run. It's too clear. The cards are just, and everything is all in unison. So this is coming from Josie Chase. Now, I don't have a clue about this. Maybe you two do. What is the best decision for Cancun? Let me just click it up. What is the best decision for Cancun Luta Omani organization to regroup or disband? Thank you.
Okay.
Let's just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Josie, I'm going to do one column. It's going to be to regroup, and the other column will be to disband, and we'll see which energies are better for you.
Very good. Very good. Love that. Very interesting. So what cards do you have for us? This Cantu thingamajig company. Very interesting. Okay, who's ready to go first?
I think you are.
All right, I'm going to
go for it.
Right, here we are. Now, as you guys, this is a completely cold read. None of us have ever heard of this organization before, but I love all of these are cold reads anyway, because all you can do is say what you see and just draw on your intuition. So straight off the bat, look, there's some kind of trickiness around this organization. It's at a crossroads. If we look here, 8 of Swords. This can be a card of maybe feeling a bit victimized, but if we look at it in a broader instance, quite literally, we can say, just by looking at the card, this organization seems to be at a crossroads. It doesn't seem to be sure where to turn. It's feeling a bit hemmed in, feeling like maybe decisions are out of its hands in some kind of way, or maybe this is how Josie is feeling about this organization herself, or it, or both could be true. In the obstacle position, we get the magician. Now, the magician is all about using one's tools that are available, using one's willpower, skills, and resources, in powerful and effective ways. But it's turned up in the obstacle position. So really, this kind of emphasizes a bit of these struggles here. So it's like this organization is trying to make moves, powerful moves, but again, it's like the car engine is not quite starting. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So they're wondering like, what do we do? We're trying this, we're trying that, but nothing seems to be pulling off at the moment. If we look at the next card, Two of Pentacles, juggling, yeah? So so it means they're juggling something in regards to the finances, its future. Here, of course, this is when we look at the stormy seas in the background, yeah? So maybe this organization might be having some struggles with its finances or rebalancing the books. Maybe there's been some kind of extra costs or something like that that's coming that is destabilizing the situation. Here, look, Pentacles again. Now, if you look here, it's the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be Josie herself, who might be, maybe she's influential in this organization. Maybe she's the founder or is close to someone that is the founder. But the Queen of Pentacles talks about trying to keep money safe, resources safe. Look how she's looking at that coin. She doesn't want it to slip out of her lap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, it's pondering, it's looking. This is almost like that card of like, I want to potentially look after this thing, but what is the cost of doing so in the context of these other cards? But here, look, the outcome card here is the Four of Wands. And this can deal with, marriage, but it can also deal with contentment, stability. So it looks like someone here is trying to bring stability to the organization, and maybe it will stabilize when it has the right level of investment. But I have a feeling it's to do with this Magician card. The right moves have to be made. If they're not, maybe it's time to call it a day. What do you have, ladies? Who'd like to go next?
I can go. So I just pulled quickly a few cards on regrouping. I have the Judgment card. So that's taking a look a little bit more at the organization and as it stands. I also got the Temperance, about creating balance, that definitely something is unstable and needs to be balanced. And if they regroup, I have with the Six of Swords here, it's about releasing some stuff so that they can move forward, releasing like the old baggage. And, it's rocky right now, but eventually we'll move to calmer waters is the word I'm looking for. As far as, what's the other one? Disband. I have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like that it's been considered in doing that and giving a lot of thought here, taking a break with the Four of Swords. But if they disband, I also get the World. But I also get the Empress, like birthing something new, and the Ten of Cups. So it may be something that everything needs to be disbanded first before they create something new. So I do feel like something does need to take place. Something does need to happen here. I pulled one more. There's the Two of Cups. So the union coming together, and the Fool is at the base for a new beginning. So that's what I have.
Yeah, I mine is very similar to yours. I have, okay, so if they regroup, I've got the Children's card, which is all about maybe a new beginning, trying to renew something. This is key. This is very important that they really consider if they do regroup and change some things. It's still not going to quite, even if they regroup, be where they want it to be, because I got up in the air. Like we made this change and we're still back where we're at. And then I got the Death card, which to me is the ending.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side, if you disband and let it go, I've got really great cards over here. Mm-hmm. So I've got love. This is all about you feeling a sense of like, you know what, I think we made the right decision. Love to me is also an attraction coming together with something else. It's going to be a stepping stone. So that just kind of means take your time. I just feel like disbanding, you're going to have opportunities coming your way to renew, not with the same people or the same company, that you're going to change something dramatically. And then I see my marriage card, which is again the union coming together, and you've got the dice, the opportunity. The opportunity awaits for you to disband because there's something else that wants to come through for you. And that you're going to be a lot more aligned with that once you disband. That's what I'm getting. So
wow, very, very interesting stuff there. Ladies, can you believe it? The hour has gone already.
wow.
Went by fast.
I was gone. I mean, as tempting as it would be to carry, but by the time we got into the depth of it would go on beyond that. So, I think we covered a lot of ground this evening, and I want to thank everyone for their questions and stuff like that. I can't believe how quickly the time's gone, and although there is the temptation to obviously go on a little bit longer, I also need to join the queue to see the Queen. Yeah. It's going to be hours. I may not get back until the afternoon tomorrow. Like, that's how long.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When I checked on the news earlier, the queue was about 2.5 miles long. So yeah.
So you take like a folding chair? Are you going to take a cooler of food? I mean, how does all that work?
I think I'll take some snacks, and then I'll check after this on the news to see how long the queue is now, because I'm hoping that it would have gone down a little bit. So, but I'm expecting I could be 5 hours in that queue, and I've literally got consultations in the afternoon. So it's like I want to, I need to get stuck in now. Queue, get there, see everything. You can't take any photos, but it's a once in a lifetime thing. It really is. And I'm just like, you know what? I have to do it, while I can, because this will never happen again. So I'm literally going to join the queue. So I want to, look, the cat's come in.
Harmony.
Yeah.
So I want to say a thank you to everyone for joining us. And again, ladies, brilliant there, especially when people actually come through with messages from spirit. I think that's always amazing. So thank you, EQ. Thank you, Sonia. And of course, let's do this again, maybe another 4 weeks from now. We will touch base. Thank you, everyone, for your donations and joining us this evening as well. So have a great day, everyone. And we will see you again soon. All right. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
All right. Cheers. Bye-bye, everyone.